Why we can't speak English? Let's go deep into this question. Why we can't speak English? So, guys, tell me one thing, that for speaking something in any language, what you should do, what you would do. Definitely, the answer of this question is you will do practice of speaking in that language. Okay, any language that you want to speak, that language, you first you will do practice of speaking in that language, and after giving some time to this process, you will feel confident and you can speak fluently in that language that you want to learn. Okay, so the same rule apply with this language, because keep it in mind that English is just a language. Okay, English is nothing other than a language. This is just a language, and for speaking this language we have to do practice of speaking English every day. Okay, so guys, also keep it in mind that language takes a time, because learning a language is not a joke. You cannot achieve fluency in any language within just 2 or 3 months. You have to give at least 1 year, one honest 1 year with honest practice. Okay, other than if you give only 1 or 2 months and think that why I can't speak this language, or why I can't speak, I do lots of practice, but why? No, you can't, because our mind, our mouth, our brain system is mm, made of this type that we have to give language a specific time. We have to give some specific time towards learning a language. Okay, so I'm going to tell you one story. Okay, that will everybody relate, that everybody can relate. Okay, so tell me one thing, that when we are when we was child, okay, what should we do, what could we do? Okay, what could we do for learning our mother tongue, or any your native language? First of all, when we was child, we give first or 2 years towards listening. Okay, what our parents called something in English, how they are pronounce the words in our native language for something. Okay, we first listen, observe the tone of our parents, our surroundings, and after listening first and second year, we try to mimic them in third year. After finishing third year, a baby can speak just little sentences mm, in their native language. Think that, think we are baby, and if you want to speak something in any language, we want to learn a language, then we have to give at least 3 years. But don't worry, English is not hard like any language. This is very easy language that for learning. So for learning this language, you have to give seriously attempt. Okay, you have to give honest practice, you have to do honest practice with learning, for learning this language. Okay, so in today's video I am going to give you two interesting tips, okay, that will definitely help you to improve your English speaking. Okay, actually I am going to give three tips that I'm always going that I'm always giving you guys. The thing is that the the point is here is that you can speak only when you do practice. Okay, I'm giving lots of tips to you, and if you don't do practice, then how you can improve? Tell me, guys. So I think you should do practice, do with honesty. Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Renuka, a village girl. So let's start our 3 tips. So my tip number 1 is shadowing. So what is mean by shadowing? So shadowing is a process where we copy native speaker. Okay, for example, if I want to do practice of shadowing, then I will pick a video of 2 or 3 minutes, and then I will play that video. After 4 or 5 seconds I will pause that video, and when I was play that video, I will listen every single word of that native speaker. Okay, because here you have to speak after that speaker, then you have to listen carefully. Okay, so after playing that video I will listen carefully, and after pausing that video I will speak the same way that native speaker speaks. Here you have to speak, you have to copy the tone of that speaker. Okay, so do practice of this shadowing at least 5 minutes every day. Okay, so i I think these tips you should do straight 21 days. And I'm also going to give you one secret is here. You don't do these tips for straight 1 year, and you can't do, because our mind is made from, we cannot do same things in every day. uh, Especially when the things that should that do in our own term, because these tips I'm telling to you, but I'm not forcing to you to do this, because I'm not, in school what our teachers do, they give us homework, and uh, we should do that homework. If we didn't do, then they will uh, bite us. Okay, so in this way, here we don't have to anything, but for learning, keep it in mind, that keep our purpose in mind, that we have to learn, we have to speak, because this language can open many opportunities for us. This can, see guys, in this today's world, everyone can understand English very well. Okay, and anyone can write English very well, or can understand, can read, but no one can speak, because speaking is different from reading, listening, or writing. Okay, so if you do practice of speaking, and if you can speak, then you are ahead of thousands, millions of people in today's world. That's why I'm suggesting you learn this language, because the benefit this language will give you in limitless. You I'm here, I totally go blank, that I can't totally express the benefit of this language. Okay, so yeah, so tip number 2 is you have to read. I think you should read one single page on daily basis, but here is just a one single page. But the main point is that when you are reading, try to focus on reading only. Okay, read every single word carefully. If you don't know any word, okay, if you don't know the meaning of any word, then write down that word in your notebook. Okay, after writing it down, search the meaning of that word, because if you don't know the meaning of words, then how you can understand English? If you want to understand English properly, then you have to know 2 to 3,000 words of English, then you can understand very well in English. And if you don't do this, then how you can understand? And if you don't understand, how you can speak? If you want to speak, then if you want to speak, first you have to understand this language. Okay, so let's move on our tip number 3, that is listening. So pick any YouTube video, any YouTube podcast that you can understand. See, Here people what do, they pick random content, and the tone of that speaker they didn't understand, and if they don't understand, then they cannot continue that video for long. So here I'm strictly telling you that pick a content that you can understand. At least you should understand 60%. Okay. So if you can understand 60%, then you will automatically upgrading your understanding level. Okay. Day by day, if you listen English podcast something, or if you watch something in English, then please turn on subtitles, because when you don't understand something, you can read when subtitles will on. Okay. For same time, listening and watching gives your brain comprehensive skill. Okay. You will automatically know. If you don't know the meaning of something, okay, then by seeing the picture of that thing, you can remember the name of that thing. In this way, you should do you should watch something in English for at least 1 hour, because listening is most important skill. As I told you earlier, that when we was child, we listen a language for first 1 or 2 years. After listening 2 years, then in third year we are starting to speak something, we are starting to speak little sentence. And if you don't listen, then how we can speak? So you should listen at least 1 single hour. So let's revise our 3 tips. First tip is shadowing. You have to do practice of shadowing at least 5 minutes daily. Okay. Then reading. You have to read one single page in English, but while you are reading, you have to note down the words that you don't know, because understanding this language you should know 2 to 3,000 words. Okay. And third point is, you have to watch something in English for at least 1 hour. Listen carefully. Okay. Because listening gives you so many knowledge. Okay. So in this way you should do. Okay. So do the things. All the best for your English journey. I'm always with you. Love you guys. Bye. Take care of yourself. Take care of your parents. Bye.